Finding a decent laptop was never too hard, but the game changed when 2-in-1 models came to the stage. Essentially, they brought the convenience of average laptops and combined it with compactness of smart tablets, opening up thousands of doors of possibilities. If you're looking for a 2-in-1 laptop, we've prepared a list of the top 5 models in 2020. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below which are updated for the best prices. Like the video and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's get started. 2-in-1 laptops are in high demand, especially budget ones. So if you're looking for one, you might as well start with Asus Chromebook Flip C434. Basically, this is a strong, high-spec laptop that is fairly versatile for a low-cost model. Let's dive a bit deeper into its features so that you can see why it's one of the most sought-after low-end 2-in-1 laptops. First and foremost, let's discuss its CPU. The Flip C434 is typically supplied with Intel's i7-8500Y, although if you're ordering straight from Asus, you will be able to choose between Intel i3-606U, Intel i5-3317U, Intel i5-4200U, and AMD's A10-9600P, all of which are slightly weaker but also slightly more affordable. The i7-8550Y is more than you'd bargain for if you're a gamer, and it's definitely more than you'll need if you intend to write essays for your college papers with the Flip. Moving on to graphics, the choices at your disposal are Intel's HD Graphics 520, Intel's UHD Graphics 615, AMD's Radeon R5 M335, Radeon Vega 6, and Radeon R7, the Kaveri version. All of these GPUs are formidable for the buck, although Intel's UHD Graphics 615 seems to fit perfectly with the other specs. It's perfect for watching movies and some lighter programming or editing tasks, although it's also pretty good for most modern games as well. The Flip C434 features 8GB of LPDDR3 RAM. A couple of years ago, this would have meant that it's a powerhouse, but nowadays it's a pretty common thing. By all means, you'll be able to freely stream, watch movies, and such, but you might have a hard time launching some of the most recently released games. This laptop sports a 14-inch Full HD IPS display with 1920 by 1080p resolution. Considering this is a budget 2-in-1 laptop, this is quite a benefit. Of course, watching movies and crunching words for your college tasks might come slightly harder than you'd expect due to a screen as small as this, but it doesn't get much better for the money. All things considered, what Asus Chromebook Flip C434 offers is affordability, complemented with strong features and reliable specs. You won't find all three in this price range, that's certain. Now, 2-in-1 laptops always offer more value than regular ones simply because they're meant to provide more versatility. However, if you're looking for a truly valuable 2-in-1, we suggest you stick around and see what Lenovo's Yoga C630 has to offer. A first glance at the Yoga C630 reveals that its main components aren't exactly too strong. However, this is a well-rounded laptop meant for all kinds of tasks, chores, and obviously recreation. Qualcomm supplied this laptop with its CPU and GPU. The central processing unit of the Yoga C630 is the Snapdragon 850. Truth be told, most up-to-date smartphones have a processor of similar strength, but most of these smartphones are considered as pretty powerful too. Though you'll have to stick with games from 2015, 2016 to 17 at best, you'll be able to do pretty much anything else with it. The GPU this laptop comes outfitted with is Qualcomm's Adreno 630. It's certainly stronger and more robust than any kind of integrated graphics that most laptops nowadays pack, but its performance isn't anything all too special. In terms of display, Yoga C630 features a Full HD IPS 13.3-inch screen that boasts 1920 by 1080p resolution. Although it's a smaller screen than that Flip rocks, it's still pretty great for the cash. This is the second laptop in our review that comes packing 8GB of RAM, and since we briefly touched on that topic, let's quickly summarize that it's neither great nor terrible. As far as storage goes, this laptop packs 256GB of SSD, which is pretty amazing. As most people know, solid-state drives are incomparably faster and more reliable than technology as obscure as HDD. Granted, you'll probably need slightly more space for your movies and games, but 256GB should be enough for start. This is a very light and portable laptop, which are its main benefits apart from that it offers a well-rounded set of specs. It's certainly worth every single cent, despite the small bumps in the road in terms of mediocre CPU and GPU. Microsoft is easily one of the most recognizable brands in the entire PC and laptop industry, so it's only fitting that one of their top models has made it onto our list of the finest 2-in-1 laptops. The specs and features of this laptop are pretty solid, especially the CPU. Although it does have a slightly smaller display, there are numerous things you'll be able to benefit from in terms of raw performance, versatility, and reliability. Let's begin with the storage options. The Surface Pro 7 offers 4 SSD configurations, including 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, or a full terabyte. Obviously, even the weakest SSD option is still pretty formidable, knowing that solid states beat hard drives anytime, any place. Microsoft's Surface Pro 7 is a smallish 2-in-1 laptop with dimensions that measure 11.5 inches by 7.9 inches by 0.33 inches. It sports a sleek design and a 12.3-inch touchscreen complemented with a Surface Pen for easier writing. The battery lifespan of this laptop is also quite great. You'll be able to use it for more than 10 hours per charge, speaking of which, it takes no more than a couple of hours to regain its strength in full. Graphics-wise, you'll be able to choose between Intel's UHD graphics or Intel's Iris Trademark Plus. Both of these are great GPUs that are vastly superior to most middle-price components on the market. Your RAM options are 4GB, 8GB, or 16GB of LPDDR4X, all of which are pretty solid. Of course, you should pick in accord to your needs. Even 4GB are plenty for casual tasks and chores, while 16GB are more suited for gaming. The CPU is one of the best things about this laptop. You'll be able to choose between Intel's i3 1005G1 dual-core processor, Intel's i5 1035G4 quad-core processor, and Intel's i7 1065G7 quad-core processor. All things considered, you have a variety of choices at your disposal, and it's pretty safe to say there are no bad options here. Dell is famous for putting out top-shelf laptops, and we've thought that it would only be fitting that one of their models was to represent our top pick for the high-end 2-in-1 laptops. There was a lot to choose from, and we've settled for the XPS 9365 13-inch 2-in-1 laptop due to its powerful specs, versatility, and reliability. First things first, this laptop features Intel's i7 7Y75 dual-core 1.3 GHz processor. Initially, this seems pretty weak, but you can nearly triple its performance with the turbo feature, granting 2 extra gigahertz to each core. This should be enough to perform slightly more demanding tasks in the fields of editing, programming, or even gaming. What we really liked about this laptop is the fact that it comes with 16GB of LPDDR3 RAM memory. It features 2 additional slots for future upgrades, but 16GB should be quite alright for the next couple of years at least. In terms of graphics, the Dell XPS 9365 2-in-1 laptop comes supplied with Intel's HD Graphics 615 and features Max Audio software. Although this leaves some room for improvement, it's great and works awesome with the other main features. This laptop features a widescreen 13.3-inch display with touchscreen capability. Although there are monitors with large screens, this one boasts the ink capability, rocks the Infinity Edge feature, and it's pretty decent for the money. Dell's XPS 9365 features 256GB of SSD storage space. This is decent considering that it's in SSD after all, but you might want to consider an external upgrade if you're more into gaming and watching movies. All things considered, this is a relatively pricey 2-in-1 laptop that trades a slightly more expensive price tag for superb features and specs. If you're prepared to pay top dollar for it, look no further than Dell's XPS 13-inch 9365 laptop. We're wrapping it up with our best overall pick, which is HP's Spectre X360. This is one of the best rounded 2-in-1 laptops that money can buy, so if you're looking for quality and value, you might want to stick around. First and foremost, the Spectre X360 sports a 13.3-inch FHD micro edge display guarded by Gorilla Glass. It's durable, reliable, and decently big for you to write essays, code, edit, watch pictures, or have around in any way you want. It rocks integrated Intel UHD Graphics 620, which we've seen a fair share of top quality laptops have as well. Again, integrated graphics aren't that appealing usually, but Intel's models are definitely worth the money. The processor on this 2-in-1 laptop is Intel's i5-825U. Basically, this is a 1.6 GHz quad-core processor that sports 3.9 GHz per core with the turbo boost. Is it good for gaming? It most certainly is, and since gamers typically require demanding rigs, you can rest assured that this laptop is suited for pretty much everything else. Memory-wise, it sports 256GB of SSD as main storage and 8GB of DDR4 RAM. This is a relatively straightforward setup as far as memory goes, but you could always upgrade it if you need a stronger workhorse. Additionally, HP's Spectre X360 features a 22-hour Li-ion battery. This means that you can watch your movie marathons, game all night, or work as hard as you need for your upcoming finals. All things considered, Spectre X360 is certainly among the finest laptops in 2020. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.